Let's go ahead and
Three,
start.
2, 1, and go. Sheesh.
Hey guys, I'm Logan Paul, and this is the Poke Tea Time podcast.
Oh my gosh. What's up, Shiv? How you doing?
I don't know who Shiv is. I'm not Shiva, man.
Oh, you got that chain blang on the thing, huh? Around that
Yeah.
neck.
So tell our viewers who you are.
What's up, guys? My name's Yizzy Pokemon. I have my own YouTube channel, but we did segue off into our Poke Tea Time YouTube channel. So if you're coming from my YouTube channel, welcome, welcome. And we have my co-host.
My name is Not Shivam, and this is the Poke Tea Time podcast where we serve you up a cup of hot takes on what's going on in the Pokemon community. The Poke Tea Time podcast is dedicated to providing information, education, as well as unique views on collectibles, as well as the content creating side of the Pokemon hobby and community.
Cool, cool, cool. So, how you doing, Shiv?
I'm doing pretty good. I mean, like the past few hours have been pretty interesting as far as that goes.
Yeah, we've got some big news, as you can tell in the title. We're gonna
Yeah,
touch on a little bit of that BGS 10, Pristine 10, first edition Charizard. It's gonna
yeah,
be surrounded kind of around that and speculations that we've seen and heard around the community and give our little hot takey on it, right, Ship?
yeah. So essentially, the breakdown of tonight is that
Look at that. Everybody already recognizes your new mic. Continue. Sorry.
the first portion of the podcast is it's going to be about the story about how Logan Paul basically got that BGS 10 pristine Charizard. So for those guys who do not know, that is 1 out of 3, and he said it last night that is $1 million card. And yes, it is $1 million card. He did receive an offer of $750,000. This is according to Gem Mint Pokemon. For those guys who do not know Gem Mint Pokemon, he is a legend. He's known for having a complete registry of the entire Wizards of the Coast master set and PSA 10s. So this guy is legit. This guy has credibility in the Pokemon community, more credibility than me and Dizzy times like 5.
Time 20
Um,
million.
maybe 20 million. Yes. So this guy's definitely legitimate. So this card is definitely worth $1 million. And we're going to talk about, we're going to sort of lay out some details. We want to hear more about what you guys are thinking, what you guys believe, what happened. Because we don't really have a firm stance. So again, we want to hear more about what you guys have to say in the comment section, especially in the live chat, because I think that's where we're going to basically formulate a lot of our opinions on.
I wouldn't say we don't have a firm stance, but we just want to bring
Mhm.
out some things that were speculated on. That way we can gather information and kind of see where this goes,
Yeah,
based off
absolutely.
what's given, what's taken, and doing your own proper research. So let's get into the nitty gritty of this.
Mhm.
So during the fight of Mayweather and Logan Paul, he walked out with a a BGS Gym Mint 10 under his chain, and
Yeah,
that
first is Shadow Charizard.
and the big elephant in the room is like, is that the missing pristine 10 of BGS? As you stated earlier, there is only 3 in the world.
Hmm. And for the longest time, we only knew of the two, the one that Gary Hayes owns. We didn't even know what that third one was.
And so the big elephant in the room is, where did he get this BGS 10 first edition Charizard? And a lot of people have recalled that it was presented. He bought it from Garrett. Maybe it was the one he got from Garrett. Nobody knows. We don't know, but it was speculated on. And I was brought to this information by a guy in the community named Gardo Shop. And what he speculated on and provided proof, which I will show pictures of. This was supposed to be an edited video, but now I can't. And I'll work on that when you take over. That it had the same hollow pattern as the one that he bought from Gary. So it seems to be, and I'll show that in a later, that it was the same card, but we don't know. We don't
Yeah,
know.
I think it's tough to really make assumptions. So like again, we're not taking a firm stance. We don't know if this pristine 10 was crossed over. The reason why this is such a big deal is because We don't know. I mean, we know for a fact that Gary obviously tried to cross over this card many,
Mm-hmm.
many times, multiple
Correct.
times, many years, and it just never crossed over. But the fact that Logan Paul was able to do that, we don't know if there is, the sense of credibility. We don't know if there was this sort of, I wouldn't say patronizing, but we get that sort of aspect there. We don't know if Logan got that celebrity sort of approach to getting his review done, and they just gave him that pristine 10. But if that was the case, I mean, shoot, don't you think they would have given him like a black label? Like, why just give him a pristine if Logan Paul's such a big name? So who knows? Like, we don't know. We definitely want to know what you guys have to think. We want to know what all y'all have to think, because at the end of the day, your opinion in itself matters to us as content creators. Like, we don't believe we're entirely right in this situation. We definitely just presenting what we think and what we've seen, what we've heard in this regard.
Mm-hmm. Can I give an opinion that I saw online as well?
Yeah, go ahead.
That way we're giving both sides.
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned, and this is just me stating facts. I'm not taking a stance, okay? Because I don't want to defame any type of person or character when it comes to grading and what not be. But a simple post from an influencer of a caliber of Floyd Mayweather or Logan Paul cost a lot of money. Or even I've heard like it cost hundreds and thousands for like Kim Kardashian, or like giving it to The Rock or Justin
Yeah, just
Bieber. It, like of that caliber, it cost a lot of money.
yeah, just a shout out from Logan Paul cost roughly around $150,000.
So, with that being said, um, who is Logan Paul compared to like having something of that to be displayed out to the world? You know.
Yeah.
And that's what somebody was saying. I don't know. I mean, that is a point, and I don't know. That's definitely ruffling feathers and kind of getting into the nitty gritty and speculating. But I mean, it's valid in that sense because
Yeah, I mean,
that's a
but then
$10 million shout out.
yeah,
Compared to what I'm saying from that person who
right. But
talked
I
about
think
that.
I think also, like, I think something that we shouldn't forget is that when it comes to that first edition Shadowless Charizard, right? Logan Paul has such a vast amount of wealth. Like, people don't understand that. Right now with this Maverick Club, which is something that's very exclusive to what's going on as far as what he does on YouTube. If he just someone did a breakdown of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he just had 1% of his own actual Instagram following purchase into his Maverick Club, the dude is making at least $15 million every single month. Every single month, he's making that much at minimum, you know.
Jeez.
And so, like, even if you let's make that a little bit more conservative, right? The dude can afford every single card in the Pokemon hobby. He can buy himself. He could buy himself a Pikachu Illustrator card. He could buy every single card that has ever come out in Pokemon in existence. Like, it's people don't understand that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think being able to find first edition Shadowless Charizards and buying them, I think it's not that difficult for him to source. I think it's so easy for him to find.
Mm.
So it could have been that card. We don't know.
Yes, and I think it's a little more digging we have to do. We just wanted to present this information ahead of time and kind of get y'all's opinion, right? The viewers' opinion on what this may be.
Yeah. So Elijah, you said I hope Logan told Gary. Gary knew. Gary did put an offer as soon as news came out of a third popping out, because I think that news came out. I think, was it last fall or was it earlier this year?
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, when the
News
news
came
came out
out.
of the third, Gary offered 750 to $800,000 on the card, like, from the jump, and he was turned down.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Have the news arts in the new box breaks been graded yet? Probably not because
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
okay, so those didn't hit the pristine 10 then. So what do y'all think? Do y'all think it's the same? You want me to show you the picture I was given by Garter Shop, where he had them side by side?
You could.
Would you like me to show it? Okay,
Yeah. Sure.
so I could post it up there, but I'll just put it up, out here first. As you can see,
Yeah. It's tough to see.
Here, I'll just put it on there while you talk to the people real quick. Let me just send it off.
Yeah, so like essentially like why this is a big thing is because there's a lot of speculation in this. Like we don't know if there's fair treatment in regards to what's going on as far as PSA goes or BGS. We don't know if there's truly fair treatment in that regard. Like are people getting the actual grades that they deserve to have? Are they getting what they need? Okay, I can see it. So I just don't see the discrepancy. Like, is it I don't know. The shading of the colors are different as far as the Charizards go that you just showed, but I don't know. When it comes to all that, I think it's okay to speculate. I don't think it's okay to make assumptions. So until we get the full story, then we can probably say something. But I don't think it's that in that regard. I think that's pretty much it as far as that topic goes. We have a pretty spicy topic to cover tonight, and it's probably more spicier than this, a little bit more controversial than this in itself. It's the overall state of the actual hobby. But before we get into that, we're going to go ahead and talk about our sponsor, because we're going to go ahead and keep this podcast a little bit short tonight. We're not going to keep it too long, but we're going to talk about our sponsor, TCG Stadium. TCG Stadium is known for selling pretty good and pretty sweet Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh products at a pretty decent price. That's a pretty go-to shop. Stop and shop.
Top right-hand corner if y'all didn't see it. TCG Stadium.
Yeah.
Loud and proud.
Definitely go on www.tcgstadium.com.
Shout out to Jimmy.
Yeah, shout out to Jimmy.
Okay, y'all ready for the comparison?
Yes, because it's been taking you for a long ass time.
Whoa! PG-13, Shiv. PG-13. Okay. All right.
Now the image is gone.
Okay, here we go. You ready?
Yes.
I'll share this so you can see it. So, boom, here it is. As you can see, I'll explain this. On the left side, or however you're viewing this, on the left side, you see the PSA 10 that was bought from Gary. And on the right side is the one he walked out to. And if you can see the hollow patterns, if we start from like kind of where his mouth is, there's that same distinctive hollow pattern. It's same with the flames. I mean, it's pretty close, if not basically identical. I don't know if you can see it right now, but it's loud and proud. So that was presented to me by a source on Instagram.
Personally speaking, I don't think it's the same. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's not the same.
Okay, that's fine. So take what you will with that, and we'll find further. You know what? Like Logan Paul could just kill this argument if he's just like, boom, here's the one I got from Gary. Boom, here's my BGS 10 pristine. That'd be the end of everything. But until then, we don't know. Yeah, same hollow pattern. Yeah, the facts are there. Everything we see, there's speculations on both sides. It could, it couldn't be. We don't know until further news. But we just wanted to go ahead and see what y'all think about this. But let's move on to topic number 2.
Okay, so topic number 2. I've been sort of seeing this topic arise across the board on many social media platforms. I posted a clip of Logan Paul basically saying that the card is worth $1 million on the TikTok.
Doll hairs?
And doll hairs on TikTok, and that has like I think it just hit like 45,000 views. Pretty light, but essentially a lot of the views and a lot of the comments that I received is that Logan Paul only cares about the money. He does not care about Pokemon. I think that's completely false. I think time and time again, I know myself and Yizzy, we've brought on and we've spoken to plenty of big content creators. I myself talk to Rhymestone on a regular basis. We've had PokeJew on the podcast a couple of times, and we're in constant contact with him. I think everyone can pretty much agree that Logan Paul is truly passionate about Pokemon. He has his own personal Pokemon collection. I think people forget that. People have this sort of have this mindset that Logan Paul destroyed the Pokemon hobby, and that's not even remotely true, because if that was the case, his second box break should have destroyed the Pokemon community. Like, there was so much speculation behind that, and essentially people just straight up don't understand what's going on. They don't understand why things are the way they are, and it's one of those things where there's a multitude of different reasons as to why the average Pokemon collector hasn't necessarily received Pokemon packs. You have 1, the Pokemon company not producing enough product. 2, we had the pandemic. You have people who have more free time to buy stuff. And then 3, it being the 25th anniversary allows people to essentially like people want to FOMO in. People have this sort of a fear of missing out, and you have content creators like Frosted Caribou who just keep putting this sort of keep putting out this narrative in the sense of, hey, like Logan Paul did this, Logan Paul did that. Like he only cares about the money. Since when was it wrong to have a hobby where you can also profit off of it? Like look at card shops. Are they evil because they make money off of Pokemon? No. Like the whole narrative since the boom of Pokemon, I think has basically shown people their true colors, right? You have the high-end collectors and then you have the average collectors who don't really care about the value. They only care about the sentimentality of what Pokemon brings them, and that's it, and that's fine. But you don't see high-end collectors raining down that parade on the average collector. Instead, you're starting to see more average collectors straight up, try and gatekeep. I've seen many instances where I go on Logan Paul's page before the second box break, and I see comments from actual Pokemon content creators saying that, oh, this guy's this guy's that. No one like the thing is that none of these people have had interactions with this guy, and yet they're making these assumptions. Like we've, and I think this is a pretty controversial topic and a controversial statement for me to say, but I think the Pokemon community has always been toxic. I don't think it's always been as accepting as people think it is. I think the boom itself has showed people their true colors, right? It wasn't until this boom where we started having a lot of fraud, where we started having a lot of theft, where we had essentially a lot of scammers, right? We're seeing more people. We're seeing this divide, and that divide hasn't gone away. Like we're seeing more Pokemon product on shelves now, but that divide hasn't gone away. You have Pokemon like people who are complaining about grabbing Pokemon product and can't getting Pokemon product, seeing battle styles on shelves, and they're just ignoring it because they can't get Shining Fates when literally a couple of weeks ago they couldn't get Pokemon product. This is a big issue, and people don't want to admit it, but like, hey, that's one of those things. How bad wouldn't it have been? Like, think about it. How bad wouldn't it have been if Logan Paul spent $2 million on Shining Fates?
Or modern sets.
No, that's what I'm talking about. That's what he spent on 6 booster boxes of first edition Shadowless boxes.
Yeah.
Well, what if he spent that on the modern market? Everyone would have been pissed. Like this guy,
what if he spent more money that he disposable income that he has on more than just what he bought, more than just $2 million?
Dude, he could if he wanted to. I'm pretty sure if he wanted to, like if he tried really really hard enough, he could have bought out Gary's entire Pokemon card collection. Like that's how much disposable income he has. That and revs. Like people don't understand that. Like what Logan Paul makes in a month, he could buy all this stuff. Yeah. And people don't understand that.
From all endorsement deals and sponsorship deals that he has, it's not just on YouTube.
Yeah, and like people above. And one of the people in my actual TikToks, they just brought up in my live, because I'm going live as well on TikTok. They brought up a good point. Jay Williams, I would say it's the same for all card games too, not just Pokemon. That's absolutely correct. People forget that actually the average Pokemon collector is in this bubble. Like they don't see anything outside of Pokemon. They don't venture out. They don't want to listen to anything. What they see in Pokemon is all that they see. So essentially, when it comes to sports cards, Pokemon collectors aren't aware of what's going on in sports. They just hear about it. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what's going on in Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh's starting to have a lot of scalpers. Mm-hmm. They don't know what's going on in Japan. Japan's having a lot of issues right now as far as cards go and collectibles go. Mm-hmm. People just don't understand that. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem. And, I had no problem calling out, content creators that disagree with me because I've had issues with them in the past. I have zero problems with it. Like, I'm more than happy to, I've even invited Frosted Caribou onto the podcast, and she just straight up said no because I don't think she can handle it. But I digress. Like, this is the problem. Like, I think this is an issue. Like, you have people who just straight up want to think that they're completely right and not listen to what's going on, and then you have people who are simply just understanding. Like, you don't see myself, you don't see SM Pratt just straight up taking a crap on the average collector. a lot of my content, a lot of my friends are average collectors. A lot like there are so many people that are out there that only collect, modern stuff, and I have no problems with that. I'm not going to rain down on their parade. I'm not going to take joy out of their hobby. But you have people on that side who essentially attack, high-end collectors just because they buy something or sell something. Like that's how a hobby is. Like, people forget that these are collectibles. People forget that at the end of the day there's a dollar sign associated to collectibles, and it's crazy. Well, what do you have to think, Izzy? What do you have to say?
No, I think you really hit the nail on the head. If people are just blaming one person, is just this we've talked about it. There's this perfect storm, and then people are just so caught up on wanting to point fingers right now. Like, when did cards when were cards or collectibles didn't have a value? They do. So
There's a book that I have right here, and it shows all the values from when Pokemon first came out. Right, it shows the values of a first edition Shadowless Charizard, and at that time, it was going for $500. From the very jump, from the very inception of when Pokemon cards took foot on the United States, on U.S. soil, it has been out of reach for the average collector from the very beginning, and it's been like that ever since. And then on top of that, to add, if so many people are so upset that they can't get vintage product, where were they 8 months ago? Where were they a year ago? Okay,
do you
it's not
think
even.
most
Hold on,
people
hold
that
on.
are
It's not even that. It's not even that either. It's people complaining about not being able to find vintage because they're saying it's unaffordable, but there's plenty of vintage product out there that is 1,000% affordable. I can list off 5 different things that I can go on eBay right now that is still factory sealed that you can buy underneath $50. It doesn't necessarily have to be cards. That's what people forget. Pokemon's not about
telling me
cards.
these people are spending $100 on ETBs on modern sets when they could spend $50 on some vintage cards.
Vintage cards, vintage merch. Vintage merch is slightly more rare than Pokemon cards. How often do you see some of the stuff that's in my collection traded on the market or sold on the market?
I just want to point out, about 3-4 months ago, when we talked about those poker cards or whatever, they were right at $100. Each one of those graded right now are like $400 or $500.
Mm-hmm.
And there's how many cards in a deck? 12 times 4?
I think it's like 52 cards in a deck.
52?
Yeah.
They're gradable, man. They're coming out like hotcakes right now. It's everywhere. So there was that option. Meiji is still super affordable.
Slept on. Jordan said, F Pokemon, invest in Digimon. I wholeheartedly agree with that. I know a lot of you guys want us to talk about Digimon more often, so we'll start incorporating a little bit more Digimon in the future.
I was about to whip out some Digimon stuff, but it'd be okay. Yeah.
Some light.
But that's kind of, what do y'all think, guys? Yo, Gardo, we just gave a shout out to Gardo. That was the guy that presented the pictures earlier that I showed y'all.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one thing. I think it comes down to what's actually happening is gatekeeping. They don't want to admit it. People don't want to admit that they're gatekeeping.
So what do you see us going forward, and like what type of mindset do you think like average collectors should have moving forward?
Just do what makes you happy. Stop being so concerned about what someone else is doing, and then stop trying to place blame on things that you can't control, and then stop placing blame on people that obviously don't have any sort of control on what's going on as well. Like, dude, everyone blames Logan Paul, but no one is blaming Gary Vee. Like, no one's saying, oh, Gary Vee's a real cause of this. Everyone wants to point blame at Logan Paul. Like, everyone's saying that Logan Paul is a rise of why Pokemon got popular. Pokemon didn't get popular because of Logan Paul. It's been popular. It just got exacerbated by a multitude of different things.
Yeah. Do you feel like some of these people that are complaining, do you think like, oh, now I can't reach vintage anymore? Like, where were they when vintage was cheaper? Do you think they would have bought it even if it was cheaper back then?
Dude, it was cheaper. People are more than happy to spend $100 to $200 on EV Hero boxes, but they don't want to spend that sort of money on vintage cards when they were worth $100 to $200 at the time.
But then complain we can't get vintage anymore because of
absolutely. The people, hot take, the people who are complaining that they can't get vintage anymore are the people who just came into the hobby and they just came in too late.
Sheesh. Yo, chat, can we get a sheesh real quick for Shivam?
And that's my hot take. I'm being serious. People who, because if hypothetically speaking, if they were around a lot longer, they would have bought it. If they truly would have bought it, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my, yo, the legend behave. Yo, what's good? Yeah, I agree. That's pretty. That was pretty spicy, Shiv. Pretty spicy, if I do say it. Everybody says facts. Dude, you're set up better than Yizzy's. What? Get out of here. I know you're not talking about me. I know you ain't talking about me, bro. My setup, sheesh. Nuh-uh, bro. Chat, help me out here.
No, but seriously though, like this is where we're at, right? Like, why is it that majority of the big Pokemon content creators out there don't really care whether or not Logan Paul is in the hobby or not? They don't. They're more than happy. They're welcoming him with open arms. It's just some people just have some issue with him, and I don't know why. Like, yes, the guy has messed up in the past. Yes, we all know what happened in Japan, but everyone messes up. He was a kid.
I mean, it's no excuse, and he never shies away. Like, to be
He
honest,
apologized for it.
Yeah, and to this day, he still apologized. And I'm not giving him an out. Like, I feel like that was
No.
messed up, especially someone in the Asian culture. Like, I mean, a part of me is like, dude, that's messed up. But like, I did see him in like the Mayweather fight. He even mentioned it. Like, you know, most people just hide it. Like, they don't talk about it, out of sight, out of mind. No, like, he welcomed it. So when I saw that, I'm like, okay, he put that, he even re-invited that into the situation, you know?
Yeah, like my
Yizzy,
thing is
you
like,
need to speak up. You're too quiet. No, it's cool. This is our dynamic. He likes to talk, and I was like, let me throw my 2 cents. I'm here to, look pretty and throw it in. And we also talk about this beforehand. Me and Shiv spend hours talking. So
yeah, I mean, like at the end of the day, I think people are just they want to essentially place the blame on a face because they don't know who to blame.
yo, can we get some fire emojis in the chat and some clappy hands for Shiv upgrading his mic? See, people understand now, Shiv. People are like, yo, ASMR Shiv? Quality? Like, this is what Shiv, it took literally 3 episodes for him. He would have his mic out here, and he'd be like, hey guys, my name is Shiv, and blah, 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 blah. Like, he's like, I don't like the mic. And I'm like, bro, bring it in, because they want to hear your voice. You know what I'm saying? So let's give some clappy emojis for Shiv.
You know what? To all the haters,
Look at that, everybody clap emoji. See, they understand. Some of these people are content creators, and they know quality comes within the mic close to your face. Look at that. Look at all these clappy emojis. Yo, I'm proud of it.
I hate you.
But,
So for everyone that's in here right now, I want everyone to hit the thumbs up with a hammer.
no, then they would break their phone. Just smash it lightly. Just a little boop, like on the nose. Just a little boop, and then you'll be good.
Yeah.
Are Gold Star cars considered vintage? What? Yeah, that's a good
Yes.
topic. Do we have a sleeper of the week also?
Yes, our sleeper of the week is.
What's our sleeper of the week? What are we sleeping
Ooh, that's
on?
a good question. That's a good question.
What do you mean that's a good question? You didn't think about this? Sheesh,
I think
chat.
all cards right now. I think all cards right now are sleepers.
All cards?
I think all Pokemon cards are sleepers.
I can see that. I think 25th anniversary. 20th anniversary. I think Japanese is pretty sleeperish. I mean, we said this before, but I really do think it is.
I think modern Japanese cards are pretty good. I think when it comes to
You know what can be a sleeper? These
thanks for interrupting me.
Oh, sorry. Keep going ahead. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
No, I'm good. All you, bud. All you, buddy, old boy. Oh, Mr. New Mike, Mr. ASMR, aka Not Shivam, aka Mr. Naruto Hat, aka finally we have good audio for our podcast.
Cheval's finally able to pick up the Lugia Junior Rally. Ooh, nice. Congratulations on that. Sleeper of the week this show, facts. Thanks, Jamil.
Okay.
Shiv, I know you are eyeing Yu-Gi-Oh. Do you have anything in sight? I actually do, but I can't talk about it.
Vintage Pokemon Hunter, that's what I was trying to do before I rudely interrupted Shiv, according to his. And yeah, but we're going to let Shiv take over of Sleeper of the Week. Right, Shiv? Go ahead. What is it?
I don't have any. You can go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay, my Sleeper of the Week that I looked at was what Vintage was saying, like the Pikachu 20th anniversary, like the festival cards, like those promo festival cards. A lot of people have been getting on back graded. And there's a fairly low pop on those, and they're very beautiful. Like, I feel like this era is catering towards, like, very artsy style, like, full arts. And people love that. Like, people are actually embracing, like, different art styles of Pokemon cards where it mainly looks like paintings. You don't like those?
I like it, but I think it's overprinted.
But those boxes, like the master set boxes, they're like around $1,000. So you're having to spend already $1,000 to get the promo cards, depending on what you get.
It's all false demand, my guy.
I mean, it could be, but if we look at pop reports, it ain't no false demand.
Someone asked when Rhymestyle coming on. Rhymestyle, we had to figure out our schedule to where it works between myself and Yizzy and the podcast. But he's gonna come onto the podcast. Don't worry, sometime this month soon.
Rhyme Style. We got Gary from King Pokemon Gary. He changed his name. We got Chad with the J, who has over 1 million followers. We got some pretty spicy people coming
2 million. Close to 2 million.
Oh, 2 million. Okay, cool. Yeah, we got some spicy people coming on, and we got, who else do we got lined up? What's his name? Oh, Island Grown. We could possibly get him if you are interested.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Twitch person.
Mm-hmm.
Just to pick their brands on, like, OnlyFans show. Pick their, oops. Oh, we're not monetized, so it don't matter.
Shiv, what's the oddest thing in your Pokemon collection? Something normal Pokemon card collectors wouldn't collect, or something people have not seen?
His whole collection?
Yo,
Yizzy, you streaming at 720? Only because, Yeah, I have to cater towards Shiv's thing,
This right here.
What is that?
It is a Pokemon Crystal version, a known decoder that came with a game. It was for sweepstakes, and I'm gonna get this graded by BGS.
Behave. How did you find me, bro? I'm trying to be incognito, but he found me. I'm just kidding.
But I think everything wraps up. I think we covered everything that we needed to tonight.
I agree. So appreciate y'all for doing. We did Sleeper of the Week. So what else? What else do you have anything to say for the people? Oh, Collecticon. Let's talk about Collecticon real quick. Like 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. Me and Shiv are going to be at Collect. You present the facts because you talked to Matthew.
So we will be at Collecticon. As of right now, there is going to be 2 types of podcasts that we're going to be recording. One is going to be more of a private room recording between myself, Yizzy, pretty much all the big Pokemon people all at the same time in one episode. So that's
Danny, Real Breaking
Nate, Gary, Squeaks, Radar, you name it. Michael as well.
Berg's going to be there. Yo, shout out to Berg EX.
And then we'll have our actual booth where we're going to do more of like our one-on-one sort of things as far as the podcast goes, while selling some of our merch as well. So potentially box breaks, some breaks here and there. So who knows?
Oh yeah, I'm sourcing out a jungle booster box that we're gonna break live, possibly too. Sheesh, if y'all want to get on that, like a group break, you know what I'm saying? Whoever's there, you know what I'm saying? Or a Neo. I'm looking into a Neo Destiny, but that's like kind of pricey. I feel like it's really expensive. But yeah, we got some fun things planned. We got VIP passes towards it, so we're gonna have our own booth. We're also going to hang out with people, maybe have like a meetup, not like a Poke Tea Time meetup, but like kind of a friends meetup, because I'm all about hanging out with the homies. So hope to see y'all there. We got 6 passes. Are we going to do any giveaways on those 6 free friends and family passes for people that are listening?
Let me grab them.
I think it costs $30 a day. So if you win a free pass from us, you're saving like $60. You know what I'm saying? $50-$60 hairs.
So we have multiple passes right here. I have one person who did win one, who was like the only person that entered.
A giveaway already? You didn't tell me?
Yeah, you saw it on my Instagram.
Bro, should be doing stuff without me, man.
but we have 5 left. If you want one, just go ahead and DM us. I don't think we'll do any giveaways because it's already a niche sort of thing to conduct.
Okay, give me 2. I'll do it. I'll do it
Okay.
from yeah. I'll do it on my channel and I'll do it like on my whatnot and my YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But other than that, I think that's it. Oh, Vintage will enter. I know he will. But yeah, hit me up, DM us. We respond for the most part. I do, if I'm not busy. But I'm never busy. I'm just lazy. But let's close out, Chef.
That's facts. All right, so sips up,
Sips up.
deuces, and we're out.
Appreciate it, guys. We'll see y'all later.